大家好，我是苏迪。
我是露西。
今天我们带大家去故事城堡，故事城堡里有许多好听的故事，而且还有好多好玩的玩具，让我们一起出发吧。
Hi my friends, today I am going to read those books for you. Now let's get started. A Tall Tale. Uncle Max came for a visit. He brought presents for Biff, Chip, and Kipper. Those shells are from the other side of the world, he told them. The children always loved to hear Uncle Mac's stories. When they were ready for bed, he agreed to tell them about his latest adventures. Since I last saw you, I had been looking for adventure on high seas. Uncle Max began. What happened? Asked Kipper. What do you see? Was it dangerous? Well, one time I went for a swim and I was surrounded by huge sea jellyfish. Uncle Max smiled. Do you know what I did? Not really, said Kipper. I had a brilliant idea, said Uncle Max. I pulled out a spoon and shouted, Yum! Yum! Jelly for tea! And all the jellyfish swam off when they heard that. Wow, said Biff. But why didn't you have a spoon with you? You never know, you might need a spoon, said Uncle Max. Another time a hungry shark wanted to eat me. I was diving for treasure. He continued. So did you know what I did? I'm not sure, said Kipper. Luckily, I had another brilliant idea, said Uncle Max. I scared off the with a sword. With a sword. You had a sword with you? Asked Biff in surprise. Not a real sword, said Uncle Max. There was a swordfish swimming past, so I used that. Wow, said Kipper. Is that possible? Asked Chip. You'd be surprised. What can I happen at sea? Said Uncle Max. He stopped and pointed at the light in the corner. What's that key? Why is that key glowing? He asked. It does, but it's taking us on adventures, said Biff. Uncle Max had no time to ask any more questions. The magic key took them all away. It took them to a little boat in the middle of the sea. Uncle Max looked at the water around them. What on earth's going on? He asked. The children told him all about the magic key. We will go on lots of exciting adventures, said Biff. Just like you, Uncle Max, said Kipper. A dark shape passed under the boat. It wasn't big, it was enormous. It wasn't just big, it was enormous. What's that? Asked Chip nervously. I'm not sure, said Uncle Max. A huge whale's tail burst out the water. It towered high above them. Come on, Uncle Max, said Kipper. You must have a brilliant idea to escape. Before Uncle Max could answer, the enormous tail slapped down the water right next to the boat. Splash! It made a huge wave that carried the boat away. The boat zoomed off, riding along the top of the wave. This is just like one of your stories, Uncle Max shouted Chip. Uncle Max gripped the sides of the boat. Another huge shape rose from the water in front of them. Even the big whale, shouted Biff. Have you got a brilliant idea yet? Uncle Max said Kipper asked. Not just yet, said Uncle Max. He didn't have time to say anything else. The whale opened the mouth like a huge cave, and they were rushing towards it. Hold on tight! Shouted Biff. The boat rushed into the water. Whale's enormous mouth along the seaweed and lots of silver fish. Everything went dark. Everything went dark. They stopped being a big gloomy place. We must be in the whale's tummy, said Biff. Uncle Max looked around and shook his head. That's not possible, he said. Is it? Kipper gave Uncle Max a hopeful look. How about now? He asked. Any brilliant ideas how to get out? No, groaned Uncle Max. He looked soggy and miserable. For a long time, the only noise was the gurgling of the whale's tummy. Suddenly, Uncle Max jumped up. Wait! I had got an idea, he shouted, and it was a brilliant one. He began to rock the sides of the boat. Join in, he told the children. If we do enough, I'm sure it will make the wheel burn. There was a rumbling noise all around. I think it's working, said Kipper. Biff gripped the sides of the boat. We'd better hold on tight again, she said. Just then Biff spotted a bright light. The magic key was glowing at last. Don't worry, she said. There's much easier way out here. Then, the next moment, they were all safely back into Biff's bedroom. Uncle Max blinked. He looked around the room, rubbed his eyes, and blinked again. He scratched his head. Sorry, children, he said. I fell asleep for a moment. I had the strangest dream. Biff slipped the magic key into her pocket. Uncle Max noticed something. How on earth did this tiny bit of seaweed get on my sleeve? He asked. The children glanced at each other and grinned. Uncle Max held the seaweed between his fingers. Actually, this reminds me a time I had a tickling competition with a giant octopus. Wow, that sounds amazing, said Biff. What do you do? Luckily, I had a brilliant idea, said Uncle Max. Can you guess what? Not really, said Chipper happily. Well, said Uncle Max, earlier that day I had made friends with the electric eel. The friends suggested down one or more tall tale before bedtime. Submarine adventure. Will and Wilma had come to play at Biff and Chip's house. It was Will's birthday. Happy birthday, Will. Will, said Biff and Chip. They gave him a big card. Will had a large box. It's my birthday present, he said. Everyone looked inside the box. What is it? He asked Chip. It looks like a submarine, said Biff. It's a kind of submarine, said Will. It explored the seabed. That's right, said Wilma. It goes to the bottom of the sea. What a brilliant present, said Biff. The submarine looked like a car. It had big windows and it had headlights. Will put the headlights on. It's brilliant, said Chip. Biff looked at the magic key. Suddenly, it began to glow. It was time for the new adventure. I wonder where the key would take us, said Will. The magic took the children to the sea, where there were lots of boats. Chip pointed to a yellow submarine. Look at that one, he said. It looks just like Will's submarine. The children went to look at the submarine. I wish I could climb inside, said Chip. Just then a hatch began to open and the man looked out. The man peered at them. Hello, he said. I am Professor Tango. How do you do? Asked Will. My new crew, said Professor Tango. You look a bit young. We're not your crew, shouted Wolf. How do you do? Professor Tango didn't hear properly. He got things mudded up. You know what to do, he said. That's good. Get on board, went the professor. And tell me your names. I am Biff, said Biff. And this is Wilma. And this is Wolf. And this is Chip. No, it's not a ship, said the professor. It is a diving machine. We know that, said Wolf. We never been in one, said Wilma. And we are not your new crew. You flew, said Professor Tango. I didn't see an airplane. You show. Now shall we go? Everyone smiled. They all climbed into the submarine. Professor Tango shut the hatch. There's not much room, said Wilma. No, said Biff. I hope it doesn't leak. Of course you can speak, said the professor. Professor Tango turned and started the engines. Time to dive, he said. The submarine went under the water. Glub, 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 it went. Everyone looked out the window. They could see fish everywhere. It's wonderful, said Chip. It's amazing to be under the sea. You can't see, said Professor Tango. Look out the window, Dan. Come on, crew, said Professor Tango. Time to do some work. Push that button, Biff. Press that handle, Wilf. Pull the lever, Chip. We're not the crew, yelled Biff. Things might go wrong. Sing the song, said Professor Tango. There's no time for that. There's far too much to do. The submarine began to dive. It went deeper and deeper. Glub, 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 it went. Where we are heading? Shouted Chip. Will we dive deep? No, you can't go to sleep, said Professor Tango. You were the crew. You have to stay awake. You're going to dive deep. I think these things scare me, said Wilma. The submarine went deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Glub, 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 it went. Everyone looked out the window. I can see a shark, said Wilma. It is getting dark, said the professor. The submarine went even deeper. Professor Tango was excited. It began to get dark. It is getting very dark, said Biff. Put the lights on, Professor. The professor pushed the light switch. Bother, the lights don't work, he said. Biff looked out the window. Oh no, how, Professor Tango? I can see huge rocks, she called. I don't need to clean. No, I don't need clean socks, said the professor. Now where's the fuse? He began to look for his toolbox. Look out, young Chip! We're going to crash! The Professor Tango pushed the button. He pulled the lever. The submarine didn't crash. It just missed the rocks. Phew, that was close, said Wilma. There was a cave ahead of them. The submarine was heading for it. Slow down, professors, called Will. We're heading for a cave in the rocks. Yes, it was in the box, said the professor. He called up the fuse. Professor, slow down, yelled Biff. We're going in a cave. Well, why you didn't say so, asked Professor Tango. We'd better slow down. He pulled the lever and the submarine slowed down just in time. The submarine went into the cave. Professor Tango put the new fuse in. All the lights came on. The cave shone and sparkled. There were diamonds all over the walls. Diamonds! I'm rich, said the professor. But you can't get them, said Biff. Oh, bother, said Professor Tango. Suddenly all the walls of the cave began to shake. Rocks and stones fell all over them. We must get out, said the professor. Full speed ahead. Oh no, we aren't going to make it, said Wilma. The submarine just got out in time. Phew, that was close, said Biff. We're sorry we couldn't get the diamonds, Professor. The chip said. Just then the key began to glow. The magic took them back into Biff's room. That was a good adventure, said Chip. We must go home for tea, said Wilma. We must go home for tea, said Wilma. What's that? Joked Will. You want to go back to the sea? we finish all the books. I will see you next time. Bye.
好啦，小朋友，今天的故事就讲到这里啦。大家要是有好听的故事或者是好玩的玩具，记得写信给 Susie 和 Lucy 哦，我们会在第一时间分享给每一个小朋友的。大家如果喜欢我们的